So in this tutorial, we're going to graph the parabola by finding the vertex and the intercepts given an equation in standard form. So first things first, let's find our ABCs. A is 1, B is -2, and C is -3. What's really awesome about our standard form is it gives us our y-intercept at C. So let's make a note of it right here. C is going to be our y-intercept right away. Let's go ahead and plot that. That's our very first point. Next up, let's go ahead and try to find our vertex. We know that our vertex, the x-coordinate is going to have a -b over 2a as its value. So here's -b over 2a. And all we have to do is plug in the values that we already know. So here's negative from the outside right here, and then we're going to plug in our -2 and divide that by 2 times 1. That's going to give us -2 over 2, which is -1, giving us +1. So f of x means the value of our output when our input is x. So here we have our input as 1. So let's find our function at 1, where x is 1, where our input is 1. So then we get 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 3. When I simplify that, I get 1 minus 2 minus 3. 1 minus 2 is -1, subtract another 3 is -4. This tells us that when our input is 1, our output is -4. So we get the coordinate 1, -4. And I'm going to graph that right now. There we go. 1, -4. Once we have that vertex, it also gives us our line of symmetry. And if we reflect that blue point right across, we get our other point. Now we have 3 whole points, and our next step is to find our x-intercepts. Alright, and our x-intercepts are defined as -b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so first off, before we do any calculations, I'm going to notice that I have the -b over 2a right there, and we had already found it when we solved for the vertex, and it was 1. So now I'm going to put that on hold and work only on the second part here. So when I fill out my solutions, I'm going to do this over here on the left side. My square root of b squared is -2 squared minus 4 times 1 times -3, all over 2 times 1. When I simplify, I'm going to get the square root of 4 minus, and then 4 times -3 is -12, so that turns it into add 12 all over 2. That's the same as the root 16 over 2, or 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this whole term is worth 2. If this side is worth 1 and this is worth 2, we can rewrite that as 1 plus or minus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 minus 2 is -1. So these are our 2 intercepts. I'm going to plug it in over here and then graph 3, 0 and -1, 0. If you look at it, both these points are 1, 2, and 1, 2 away from the axis of symmetry, so our answer looks reasonable. We're going to complete our graph by connecting these dots, and now we're all done.